Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Well, you know,
I sound like Glendora.
she may visit tonight too. You never know what's going to pop up at the
I
lounge.
wonder how long we'll keep this up.
Yeah, we'll see until my head pops off. You know, it's a little warm in this thing. Gotta say.
Telling you, the struggle. It's real.
It's the real. It's the real.
Lisa and
Hello.
Errol, hello. Good to see you.
Built-in audience.
Oh my
It's
God.
kind of awesome.
All right. Well, we made it. We made it to live.
It takes a bit of effort to get all of these things going. The interesting thing is that this is actually a little tight, and I'm surprised, you know, because of some obvious things.
Hi, Julie. Good to see you.
So nice to see everybody showing up from the usual crowd.
I've
Well, we'll give it a few.
never tried to imitate Paul before.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens when everyone shows up. I just keep sounding like Glendora.
Oh, they're here. They're here. Everyone's coming in. No worries with that. So.
I know, I'm not worried.
No.
I'm just trying to imitate you.
Yeah, trying to do the best. I'm thinking just give it a few minutes, but, you know, I don't know about you.
Peter, hello on YouTube
Hello.
this evening.
Glad
good
you
to
could be here
see you.
On this platform, wherever you like to be. It's
Tom, good to see you. Hello.
Hello,
I'm just gonna do me. I'm not gonna try to do Paul.
We do our part here. I will tell you, I will do you. You know, now I'm thirsty. I don't know about you.
I am thirsty.
Well, I think we need to think then.
I think we do.
Yeah, well, let's start in. Shall we? I think we have enough audience here to get going.
Are you ready to
Ooh.
mix?
Yeah, I usually have the ones with the measuring lines, but I'll get along without. Could you ice me?
Don't be
if
a
you would?
hero. I will ice you.
Let's see. Here's a little
I'll
favor.
ice him for Halloween.
I suddenly thought of this just minutes before the broadcast, and I said, do we still have the instructions to make this? Yes, we do. So let's actually go with this.
All right,
This
there
is
you
something that we innovated several years back
Oh.
called the Black Lagoon.
Oh,
This
okay.
is where you're supposed to pick up the glass and go,
Black.
Black Lagoon.
Black Lagoon.
Ooh.
It's bombed up. Look at that.
That does
All
happen.
right.
Okay.
Black Lagoon, you guys.
The Black Lagoon was actually designed around things south of the border, so it's a cachaça drink. How about that?
Hi,
some
Millie.
people
Good to
right here.
see you.
That starts with 2 ounces of cachaça.
Peter, I can see there are people there with you, but I don't know who they are. Aaron, good to see you. Okay, we need to turn the camera. We're like, or you need to come more toward me.
Or maybe
or
we just need to come a
something.
little more towards you.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't know.
speak-
We're
speak
like
with
off center here.
Let's remedy that, shall we?
I know.
Not a big issue. Checking my instructions here to make sure.
Wait, so what did you put in that glass?
2 ounces of cachaça. And we have orange curacao.
We do.
We do.
Look on the bottom.
Oh, yes, we do, of course. Just fard. Curacao triple sec.
Oh,
we also
see,
have,
Peter likes your hair.
oh, how about that? I need to wear this more often. We also, as a matter of
Amber,
fact,
hi, good to see you.
you know, we also have blue curacao. Unlike, say, Sunday, if you joined the broadcast, and where
Oh my
we
God.
didn't, we were trying to make a blueberry drink, and Paul was looking all over for it, and he couldn't
Go
find
to
it.
the attic.
I think we actually used it up. How about
I
that?
think we did too. All right.
Well, it can happen, you know.
Ugh.
Half ounce of, oh, this does involve blue curacao. Half ounce of blue curacao.
Okay.
This is going to be quite orangey. It's
Wait,
not-
no, wait, you used regular curacao too?
Ounce of curacao,
How much?
half ounce of blue.
Wow.
This is the way it was designed, you know. I have to see if I still like it this way.
Okay, hold on.
Mhm.
Ah! Jason, hi! He says, I don't think you two have ever looked hotter.
or Ben Hodder inside this thing.
I know, man, this is no joke.
I tell you,
The hat.
synthetics, they will do it.
Hi, Sharon. I know, it's terrifying, right?
You know, this hat, of course,
Most
is
terrifying costume we
made
could
of
have done.
straw, and it looks like this is going to be completely ventilated. And no,
What?
absolutely not.
What just happened here?
Ounce of lime juice.
Hold on. Curacao.
Yeah, there you go. Got the little
And a
scoop of
half ounce blue curacao,
blue curacao.
right?
That's right.
And then what? What else?
Oh, look at that. It in fact does turn kind of black. Well, it's kind of a...
What else?
Kind of an aqua color right
After
now.
the blue Curacao. How much acai?
Oh, that's actually the next thing. Ounce of lime juice.
Okay.
Fresh
Okay.
lime, of course. I think this is actually lemon juice, but I'm not telling her that.
I can tell this mustache is not going to stay on all.
It already wants to take a flower.
And then when it comes off, there's just going to be
Big fun.
blank space.
Half ounce of acai. Originally, I think we used acai juice. We don't happen to have acai juice. So we've got Sadia liqueur. So this is going to be slightly sweeter
It's
than
going to be boozy, too.
Pretty boozy. Yeah, very true.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right.
Shake with ice. And strain into a cocktail glass.
Lagoon.
The Black
All right,
Lagoon.
I gotta go back to our comments. Hello, Eric. Yes, we had to switch the female and male plugs on your computer. Like, my mustache is totally crooked.
Something went into the wrong.
Hi, Janice. Good to see you. Yeah, your mustache is crooked. I know. I can see it on the video.
What am I going to do? Now, Mayo. And do we happen to have a cocktail
Hi,
glass?
Kate. Good to see you. Thank
Do we
you.
happen to have a cocktail?
Would you like a refrigerated cocktail?
I think it'll make it taste 73%
right.
better. I tell you. Yeah, I'm having a little issue
Yeah,
with...
my mustache is a
little issue here. I need to get a really industrial...
Hi, Kathy. I gotta fix my mustache.
I need an industrial size bottle of Nair.
I'm doing like Paula and just randomly walking away during the broadcast.
Which allows me to actually start saying hi to people. Did you say hi to Kurt?
No.
Hello, Kurt. So this is the Black Lagoon. Originally this was a little blacker. It's kind of a very aqua color. It really just looks like the color of your swimming pool, you know? You know, it's still good. I don't think that upset the balance too much with that. It's kind of nice. Hello, and hello to Bernie. Ah! Yes, that has a distinct Groucho look to it, doesn't it? Which is kind of fun.
All right. I don't think it's going to stick, but...
Did you say hello to Bernie?
I did not.
Hello, and Kathy. Yeah. Fantastic. I think we have everything.
Paula, hello.
I think Paula knows her way around a bottle of cachaça. For certain.
Oh, Kurt, hello.
Hello.
All right, let's...
Yeah, a sort of a tattoo. Well, I think...
Kelly's stash reminds me of Groucho Marx.
I think
Spirit
from
Halloween.
time to time I've played Queequeg, so there we go. You want to try this now?
Hi, Joe.
Well, hello, Joe.
All right, I gotta make myself.
So good to
drink,
see you
Joe.
again.
It's no joke taking a sip with a mustache.
Yeah, you know, you don't want to like dunk. That's the thing.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a good little thing.
That is good.
I remember making this with the cachaça and calling it the Black Lagoon. And then later on, this was a crawl drink at Ohana, Luau, the lake, from the Queequegs. And people were really questioning using cachaça. Oh, I don't know. And I said, well, fine. So use rum, and it became the Purple Lagoon.
The Purple Lagoon.
And it was served from gentlemen with tanks on their backs, a la Ghostbusters.
Nair.
That worked really well.
I want to hear the tragic stories about Nair.
Yeah, it's either that or like a really, really large array of razor blades.
Joe says you look like my Groucho puppet.
Distinctly.
It's hard to get when you go to Spirit Halloween, it's hard to find a Paul mustache.
Well, you know, come to think of it, it's a little long right now.
I could have
Maybe do
trimmed
something
the
about
sides,
that.
I guess, but I put it on like 5 minutes before we went live.
I think it adds to the effect. That's all about
Errol
it.
says he didn't lose his hair. It's just growing in different places. He says that all the time.
Yours are out the nose. Yeah, like you need to.
Kelly, you really need to shave your arms.
Yeah, you know, the thing about...
I said to Paul, can we
hair-
give you a quick wax before this?
I said, do you have about 8 hours? And then we might go with that. I remember a gag from the show Bosom Buddies with chest hair, which involved like, you know, taping on and then realizing you taped on the wrong thing. So you had to remove. Yes.
Isn't it like anytime you get a vaccine?
Every single time, you know, they're asking me, do you want the Band-Aid? It's like, it's okay. You know, we'll deal. A little blood is better to have the Band-Aid with a little blood, you know. Definitely. So this is quite nice. This is still good. This is just something that pulled out of the old trunk which I still happen to enjoy. I do like this with cachaça a lot, but it works perfectly fine with clear rum. So you need something.
I do need
nothing
something.
in the end. I'm telling you. No,
All
I
right.
totally need something. So anyway.
So if you were watching on Sunday, I wanted to make a blueberry drink because I was eating blueberry cereal, and we had no blue curacao, it turns out. So
let me take dictation.
I'm thinking
here.
I will remedy
you
that.
You can innovate.
Now.
I happen to have a sidecar over here, which is great.
So
I can just refill.
Thank you.
Hello. Very nice and full.
Oh, it's going to be 2 blue drinks, isn't it?
Could you
get
rid of that for me?
I can.
Thank you.
All right. So I need a shaker of my own.
You have a shaker to your left.
Oh.
Right behind you.
Too organized for me.
Well,
all right.
got things.
So I'm thinking for the blueberry, I'm going to do. What happened to all the wine glasses?
We've used them. You need a wine glass?
I'll
They're
get
round.
it.
Okay.
I'll get it.
I thought that there was one right there, but
Here's
maybe
one.
we used all 4 wine glasses.
Here's one.
Have to take care of that. Oh yeah, that's unused, as a matter of fact.
I'm going to do a sangria.
Pardon me.
I need the white rum.
White rum is right there in the skull.
Oh.
I get that to you.
All right.
Yeah.
So the blueberry, I'm going to start with
What we couldn't do on Sunday because we didn't have the blue curacao.
1.5 ounces of light rum.
I forget whether this is.
It's Dun Q.
Oh, it's on cue. Okay, that's very good. Which is very nice light rum.
I feel like I don't have any space on yours. Is it like this for you every week?
Possibly.
I'm getting shoved out of the bar here.
You know, I sometimes think that we need a little more room my way, and you think you just need to occupy your space.
So I'm going to do 1/2 ounce of the blue curacao.
Thank you, Andrew. That's very kind.
And 1/2 ounce of forbidden fruit liqueur, which you were not able to get for a really long time. But this company in Colorado Springs, Lee Spirits Company, is making it. So hit them up.
Yeah, we actually had we did an episode where we were sponsored by Lee, and Lee sent a whole host of material, including some premixed cocktails and cans, which were very good. So before the forbidden fruit, you also had
fruit, 1/2 ounce blue curacao.
Okay. There comes the blue curacao.
Let's do
see.
a full ounce of the fresh lemon juice.
There we go.
I'm gonna shake that with ice.
I'm
also gonna do
1/2 ounce of lemon.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some cocoa bitters.
Oh.
A dash.
1 dash. These are the cocoa bitters from Angostura.
Yep.
Which are very good.
Ice.
Yeah.
Did you bring the wine?
I did not bring the wine.
Oh. I guess I'll be going again. I'm doing like Paula, disappearing many times during a broadcast.
When you stand in that position, that's what happens. Working inside.
While that drains, I'm going to go get the wine.
Very good. We'll just let that sit. I've been doing that lately. Just let it sit. You know, all the time you're taught to shake the cocktail, strain it immediately for maximum coldness. If you let it sit for a second, it drains properly. You don't have any waste. Very nice.
Chateau de Curacao.
Oh, he's father worked at Kaufman's and the stories. Oh,
wow.
Oh, commercial for Nair.
That's
Oh, great!
Eric.
I don't have to shave. Hilarious. You know, there are products
Strain into a wine glass.
for men who have issues with razor blades because some men actually get a really terrible rash for that.
This is kind of a combo sangria cocktail. So strain into your wine glass and then top with some Chardonnay.
Top with Chardonnay. Oh, thank you, Abner.
Blueberry.
I said Abner. Amber.
Marisa. Yes, this was all your idea, Marisa.
You have done that, and if there's anything going on with this, I'll see you next week.
I'll see you tomorrow.
You'll see, and he'll see you tomorrow. And you topped with the Chardonnay.
I topped with Chardonnay.
There's something floating in there.
It's a Lemon seed.
The lemon seed. That's going to grow things. Terrible. Cocoa. Yeah, the cocoa bitters are from Angostura. Where do they get to? Oh, you
Right
have it
here.
right there.
Yep.
There we go. The purple cap, interestingly enough. Same old bottle with that large label.
Oh, Andrew, thank
but
you.
You should be able to find these next to the regular Angostura and the orange, and all three are excellent. They're worth having. And these actually are not a really heavy bitter hit like some cocoa bitters that we've tried. It really tastes like more like cocoa butter, interestingly. So good stuff. Good grief. There's products that you see on the market that are like, I think it's called Magic Shave. It's a powder. And it sort of like relaxes the hair and it falls out. And
relaxes the hair.
Relaxes the hair follicle.
Wow.
You know?
Oh, Marisa, thanks.
And my
mustache keeps wanting to come off.
Oh, seriously, you know? I've heard that like black men in particular have an issue with ingrown hairs. So if you shave, it's worse because the hair gets ingrown, and then you might have a lot of irritation. And so it's like so many actually use this product for that purpose. You know?
This is very refreshing.
I'm going to try that, and you can try this one.
I can see this disappearing quickly.
Oh, this one's disappearing fairly quickly, and it's a lot boozier, as a matter of fact. Oh yeah, blueberry is a very refreshing sangria as advertised.
It's the blueberry.
And you would actually have one and put it down. You would empty it, put it down, and say, "Oh yeah, refill that, please." So you make a whole pitcher of punch and just keep, working those all afternoon.
Oh boy.
Ha! Oh jeez.
He comes into work the next day. There was no hair on his face, but he didn't look too good. My father approaches him and says, "Hey, it looks like it works." Oh no. Don't touch my face. It hurts. Oh my gosh. This is on YouTube.
You know?
Oh, Eric talking about his father's experience with, he didn't do the nair, but someone he worked with did.
Decided to actually nair it up.
Nair it up.
I got to tell you, it's like that's actually designed for different areas of the body. So it's, men and women shave slightly differently, and women shave a much larger area of the body.
How do you know?
Well, because I clearly enough have an issue. I have a little issue here. I'm a little sensitive to it. But, men tend not to shave their legs. I suppose some do. But then there's always the whole waxing. You can't
generalize.
You really can't generalize with these things. But one would think, well, you have much less area to shave over here, so you think that men have it easy. But it tends to be tougher on the face. So
take your word for it.
Mm-hmm. Let's have to see about that. Well, you have to see when you have to shave that thing off.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to taking this thing off, by the way.
And boom, yeah.
Oh. Don's drinking Four Loko Blue Raz.
Raz.
Well, here's to blue drinks.
Blue drinks all around.
Oh, Julianne. Hello. Good to see you.
Thank you. We like to have you roll on the floor and LMYAO. So, fantastic. It's all part of the fun, folks. It's all part of the fun. And
we're gonna have to do this again on Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. And go and show up to the door with the kids asking for candy, and they'll be very interested in what the world is going on in there. We can actually open up the door a little wider this year because we have a new door out there, as a matter of fact. So,
that's right.
And it's a little brighter. I think it's a nicer thing for the kids. Although I think we'll still put some light out there because you don't want anybody stumbling in the dark, after all.
No.
But we'll have plenty of candy. If you're in the neighborhood, kids, come on around.
And we'll have plenty of drinks if you're an adult.
If you're an adult, we'll hand you a little something.
We'll have plenty of drinks even if you're not an adult. You just can't have them.
Just can't have them. Yeah, it's true. You enter through the bar. And I think most children don't quite understand that. But they love the color and they love all the decor because it just looks like Pee-wee's Playhouse. So, of course, it's very attractive. And we're not one of those households where we hand you like a thing of dental floss and a toothbrush. Here you go. It's like, yeah, well, maybe.
So passive aggressive.
Maybe if you handed me a full-size Zagnut, that would be okay.
Oh, all right. Well, mission accomplished.
Understand that when you give us a suggestion, you're liable to go with it, and we're going to go with it thoroughly because that's the idea. I must say, I'm not entirely sure about the provenance of this hair color, but somebody out there has just had her hair dyed this exact shade. I'm pretty sure of it.
It's better than the other red wigs I had.
I think this works just fine. It's a good thing. Getting used to it, actually. I like the dueling flowers too.
Are you gonna go red? Marisa, he might go red.
I'll consider it. Might be a different kind of a shade, but we'll see. It's like the film Legally Blonde, which we saw recently.
You understood the assignment, yes.
It's like Mission Impossible, your assignment, should you choose to accept it. But Legally Blonde, where her attorney there is asking, "How do you think I look as a blonde?" And she says,
"I'm not sure you can handle it."
Yeah. Will do. Will do. By now I know what goes into that because, of course, during the past year, had to do a little home assignment, and that is no joke. I always knew it was no joke, but doing it yourself in person underlines how much of a no joke it is.
Oh man, I can't do my own hair at home. I need Marisa.
Seriously. But
hair color is not my forte.
There are certain jobs that I will leave to the professional because the professional does it better and faster. And that's that.
Amen.
Hair follicle test for Errol. Refinery.
What? A hair follicle test.
Shaved his legs.
Oh my God.
Had one shaved leg. Yeah, that's...
Oh no.
That's a little bizarre.
Oh, that's so weird.
That's a little kind of strange. So shaved one entire leg. Wow.
Wow. That's so funny.
It's making me think of the film The Andromeda Strain, which of course is all about like this satellite returns to Earth and is containing a virus, which is a dangerous pathogen. So basically, the early 70s version of Center for Disease Control sets out to take care of this.
Oh, thank you, Marisa.
Thank you.
We'll talk tomorrow.
We'll see. We'll talk. We'll talk later.
I'm so glad you showed up.
Awesome. So thanks so much. You remember, if you haven't seen Andromeda, there's this whole bit where the lab has to go working on this, and they have to get sterilized. And all of them...
Eric says you're rocking the Cyndi Lauper hair.
It really does look like that.
It is kind of Cyndi Lauper hair. Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. And the entire crew, the entire staff of this lab has to go through this device that basically burns the outside of their skin off, so that they're completely toasted of stray viruses and all that sort of business. And then they kind of sweep off the dead skin cells and they're ready to go. And it's fascinating. Yeah, actually, Andromeda is kind of fun. I remember seeing it. I thought it was a little slow going. And the lead guy didn't get too many roles, which I think is because he's a little stiff. But the actual concept is pretty fun, and it's compelling. It's compelling all the way through it. And I remember the soundtrack album that was released at the time. They released a version that was a 10-inch record that was hexagonal. So it was literally cut all the way around and came in a cover with all these leaves that folded in, like the satellite that opened up. This is actually a very specialty device. If you look on Discogs, I think you can see a version of this.
He had to shave his leg because he didn't have any on his head. I guess so. You might prefer to have your leg shaved than your head.
Well, it
depends.
Well, Paul tells me that it is a certain
truth.
Yeah,
Eric says he did cut his hair during the early days of COVID. He was coloring my hair during COVID, and my hair's no joke.
Yeah.
Well, now he couldn't even do it because
there are multiple colors in there. That
but even during the pandemic, it was a multi-step process.
I'm not going anywhere near that action.
No.
The actual color is, I believe, a combination of colors, which I am not going to reveal right here, right now. Just believe me that
Loose
it is.
Loose lips sink ships.
But it is complicated, and it takes some work and some time.
And now the pink streaks. So that's.
It takes timing, as if you're developing.
A good hairdresser is a valuable asset.
As if you're developing color film at home in your lab or something. You gotta make sure you don't mess it up, or you're ruined. So.
You're ruined.
Yeah, you're totally ruined. You're ruined. So big fun. Still drinking the Black Lagoon, which in this light looked a lot more aqua. It looks like cool water.
It's green. It's lagoon-like.
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 It is lagoon-like. Actually, something floating.
You didn't know. Look on the.
Oh, yeah. It does look very.
Yeah, it does look very swampy. Murky. That's the word. It looks very murky.
I remember making it with the rum, and it literally looked like a different shade, which is I don't know why, but And it might be that if you use the actual acai juice, that this actually really darkens up. It did get much darker once I put the liqueur in there.
Hi, Laura.
Hello, Laura.
Oh,
Good
the
to
blue
see
drinks.
you.
Yes, I've got the blueberry.
Berry.
He's got the Black Lagoon.
Yep. Big fun. And we finally we were finally able to do the blueberry because Paul bought the blue Curacao the other day. So we could do this.
Yes.
Now, you need to have a good blue Curacao in these things.
You do. We use the Giffard.
Giffard is excellent.
If you're going to do blue drinks, I highly recommend a good blue.
There are a couple of blues on the market that are worth your time. I think there's that. And there is the Curacao from Curacao.
Senior Curacao.
Senior Curacao.
Yep.
It's made in Curacao. They have like a standard clear Curacao. And they have the blue. So you can do the blue. Because, hey, blue drinks. And you've got to be able to make a blue Hawaiian if you can. That's a classic drink. That was devised by Harry Yee back in the day. No.
Tripping on my phone.
Oh, I know. All these cables all over the place. Yeah, your phone. Somebody's phone.
Ms. Velveteen.
Ms. Velveteen's phone. But yeah, I'm still enjoying this one, so I'm going to continue.
So what's everyone going to be for Halloween?
Yeah,
gotta
where you
know.
go. And if you're not going to dress up as anything, what do you got for candy? Do you specify any sort of thing? I know you can buy those big packs of several different things, but some people just love one of those things and they just specialize. When I went out trick-or-treating as a kid, I remember there was always somebody who had something a little strange, like Necco wafers, the Sky Bar, or the Zagnut.
I never got a Sky Bar.
Clark Bar, that's a real classic.
I might have gotten Clark. I never got a Zagnut.
I think they had distribution back in the day.
Sky Bar.
Yeah.
Maybe Necco wafers.
They were around at the time.
Yeah.
They were popular. Inexplicably, they were popular. Once they were about to be threatened to be taken off the market, people cried and wailed, and the wailing and the keening about the Necco wafers, which is amazing. It's just like at the end of the day, it's just these like hard candy discs. I believe they were introduced in the 1860s, so it's a pretty long-lived candy.
What are the ones that are shaped like UFOs?
What are those called? I'm trying to remember. Oh, Frankenberry.
Peter.
Oh,
yeah, we did didn't we do a Frankenberry one the other day?
I thought we did. Have to check the list.
Let me look, because
check the lineup.
We can make it again.
I'm going to remove some foreign matter from my cocktail. Because it disturbs me.
Is it a bug?
I think it's a stem of something.
Now you really are acting like me.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta look because I think we did a Frankenberry one.
Let's check it out.
Oh no, we didn't. Okay, all right,
Wow.
Frankenberry it is.
Have a dry red.
We could get the red. We have red.
Have that Merlot.
We could do red. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot combo. We could do that. And we also have the acai. Oh, Laura says full-size Snickers and Kit Kat. Oh, Mr. Trick-or-Treaters under the age of 17. Hi, Amy. Good to see you.
You know.
Oh, flying saucers, right? We found those at Vermont Country Store, and we bought them, and I forget what they're called. Are they just called flying saucers?
I thought they had a different name, and they were.
Peter says last Friday I was Joey Ramone. I want to see pictures.
Excellent.
Are they on your Facebook? I gotta see
Please
pictures.
send pictures.
Don watched Andromeda Strain in 6th grade. Oh my god.
Reel-to-reel Sony videotape machine.
Oh my god.
I remember those from my high school. They actually had a few machines, and they had some tapes that had been made, and somebody was saying, well, this one has some interference because this was recorded near the airport.
Hello, SK. Thank you. I get monk about little things in my drink as well. I know. Well, I've got a little bit of lemon seed in mine, but I know it's from the lemon. So
I think that was actually a lemon seed too. It was like the very irregular sort of thing, and it was.
If it was a gnat, I would not be okay with that.
It was not alive. Let's just put it that way. Could you pass me a towel and some soda, please?
Certainly can.
Sticky. Let's get one of these going. I'll give this one back to you.
Gotta keep that dress nice. I'm just saying.
Spraying over here. Absolutely.
We gotta turn this camera a little bit more toward you.
Yeah. Okay. Getting ripped off here.
How's that?
He's ripping me off.
Is that better?
I don't know yet.
We'll see in a minute.
Don't know yet. There's a delay with this. We're going to multiple platforms after all.
All right. That might be better. Peter, I'm feeling the red wine drink. We're going to do that. The Frankenberry.
There you go. And here you go. The top. Yeah, I think we can definitely innovate that.
Is that better?
Yes, I think
we're better.
We're better
good.
centered.
All right.
It's always a struggle to get this thing exactly right, folks.
It's real.
I know. It looks like you don't need to change anything week to week, but little things change. But definitely. Yeah, remember those machines? I had one at one point.
Amy can't tell us apart.
Who knows? Who knows who's who here, folks? Big fun coming through. Hey, I control the computer. You actually make strengths and things.
Colonel Cag, hello. Well, if we miss your comment, it's because this one's in charge tonight.
Yeah, well, we're taking care of it. Thank you. Thank you, Eska. Oh, yeah. This one. The Monster Mash Sounds of Terror.
Oh, yeah.
I believe this is Pickwick Records. And I remember our friend Zach was talking about that record, that he had that as well. So, like, the first record. Oh, that's fantastic. Ours came, I have no idea where it came from, but it's in decent enough shape. You know, these usually turn up a little worn out because people played them with a nail. And this one is actually pretty decent. As I recall, it's got a good version of Monster Mash and a bunch of other fun stuff.
Don says we recorded a class-produced sci-fi movie on that machine too. You had fun classes.
I remember my elementary school purchased a video cassette recorder, a video cam. It was a camcorder.
A VCR.
It was actually a camcorder, which I am almost positive was beta, and we made a short movie on this thing. There was a lot of stop and go with this thing, and it was all about this guy who has this tuba that turns people into monsters.
Tuba. It
was pretty funny, you know. And somebody made a cardboard tuba, and I think to myself, that existed for years and probably eventually got discarded, you know. But if somebody still had this out there, it would still play. We'd love to see it, you know.
The cardboard tuba or the movie?
The movie, you know. Once it was done, we watched it. I think it was in our art class. And we watched it once and we're like, oh, wow. But we didn't all get copies. This was just the nature of the period at the time.
Oh, so, you can mash up Monster Mash with Shake It Up by the Cars. Oh, wow. Okay. I gotta look for that. I assume that's been done.
Obviously enough. Oh, doesn't get bothered by stuff.
Do you each have a favorite Halloween cocktail?
Laura,
let's see.
Let's see. Is there a favorite Halloween? This is one of my favorites right here, the Black Lagoon.
That is good.
I think this is a great.
Harold doesn't get too bothered by stuff in his drink. Violent in his drink, he'd make it spit it out and tell it to leave.
Bye.
Corpse Reviver. That's a good one, Amy. Thinking Halloween
let's think
drink.
About that.
All right, let me.
And as a matter of fact, it's a great name. I believe it was originally devised as a day after drink, a hangover remedy.
I wonder if we could make it.
Now, you can't exactly remedy a hangover with more booze, although you won't feel any pain either. So that's all part of it.
We don't recommend that, by the way.
And if you take a look into the usual sources, you'll find 2 or 3 corpse revivers. So it's kind of take your pick as to what you like in there. Jan's wig.
We don't have any cherry juice, do we? We could do cherry liqueur.
I think we have cherry juice.
We do?
I think we do. You're going to have to leave us and take a look
It's
in
not
the
growing
fridge.
anything, is it?
Well, you have to find that out.
All right, I have one
all of these ingredients
that we created a few years ago, but I think we could make it again. It's called Jan's Wig.
You know Jan we're talking about.
And if you remember Brady Bunch, when Jan wants to stand out, so she goes and gets a brunette wig.
A wig? I wouldn't know about that. And of course, she looks really fab, and everyone's like, Jan, you look crazy.
It calls for black cherry juice.
And certainly have cherry juice in there. Bottom shelf.
I'll be back.
Take a look. Let's see what we got. I'll entertain the troops.
Yeah.
And of course, you remember this episode where everybody is saying, Jan, but we like you the way you are. And, well, that's really the problem, is that nobody ever tells her this. So,
Really, you didn't appreciate it.
Didn't appreciate me at the time, so I don't know anything, do I have? El Diablo. Now, what's in an El Diablo? Now, that sounds fun. And zombie? Well, yes, of course. And you have your choice of zombies there, too. There are all sorts of zombies out there. Some of them just look like a lot of booze and some juice, and they look really way too strong. Obviously, you've got some, by this point, the efforts of Jeff Berry have given us some genuine Don Beach zombies, and you can choose. Because Don apparently just never stopped mucking around with his drinks, and he came up with different zombies over the years. And then there was the fact that his company got bought out, and it was owned by some big conglomeration. And, you know, the bean counters are like 20 different ingredients, cut that down.
It's a little old, I hope I don't die.
Yep. Eventually.
Is it dry vermouth that it needs?
Oh, you need to find.
I gotta bring that too. Dry vermouth.
Dry.
Right.
I'll get you the Campari and the vodka.
Wait.
And of course we had the lime, and we're good otherwise. So I'll hold on until you're back. We don't want to have dead air here, folks. I happen to be very fond of the 1950 zombie, as it's called, and Paul likes the 1956 zombie. But the 1934 model is always quite nice.
All right.
Door County, Wisconsin sour cherry juice. Oh, well, I would love to try that.
El Diablo. Oh,
Diablo.
Zombie. Oh,
Yeah.
Amy.
Hello, zombies.
Yes.
Sir, you're blowed up.
You're blowed up.
Fantastic. That's just fantastic.
I always say to Paul, don't get runned over.
Oh, seriously. Well, I'm thinking about the whole business about the fly in the drink. There's this whole bit that was an advertisement for Macallan Scotch, where like you have two gentlemen there drinking some scotch on the golf course, and one just says, "Hey, there's a fly in your drink." Oh, really? So he just takes the fly out and just lays it out, and eventually it dries out and shakes its wings and flies away. And the whole gag is like a fly has never hurt the Macallan, a Macallan has never hurt a fly. So there we go. Tequila, lime, cassis. Oh,
we could do that.
We could, we could probably find that in one of the later Mr. Boston books. Would probably have that.
There you go.
Just to get the proportions.
Well,
right.
I'll go get it.
I could imagine, but let's make it official, shall we? So. Zombie, yes. Zombie is a lot of fun. We tend to make one of those and share it. Although if we're in for the evening and it's our first round, then maybe we'll each get one. And
it would not be our first round.
And we'll just, sit there and enjoy, shall we? It's not something to repeat necessarily. But they're very good.
I'm just going to go straight to the index.
The orange one with the spooky house. Oh, yes. The chilling, thrilling sounds of the haunted house. Very popular record. Ours has been played a lot.
El Diablo is not in here.
Really? Which one is that? The middle book?
No, this is
the latest book.
Oh, latest. All right.
Okay.
That's okay. That's all right.
That's okay. We have more books.
I can find it.
We have more books. As usual, Paul has to keep stepping away.
Has to.
If the question, if you put all the Don Beach zombie drinks together, what do you get? The Walking Dead. Well, there are 3 zombies associated with Don Beach, according to the Jeff Berry books, and there are probably others. So if you're talking 3 to 5 drinks that each have about 5 ounces of 80 proof in them, and actually a part of that is 1 ounce of 151. So essentially you end up with about a 5-ounce drink per drink.
I got a better idea.
Then say 3 of those. Yeah, you'd be the Walking Dead.
Hi, Disney for the win.
Hey.
All right, let's...
Oh, Glenn Danzig. I'm certain we can do something for Glenn. He does drink, doesn't he? Some of these performers, that you find out, oh, I'm a teetotaler. Oh, I had a whole cocktail planned for you.
Found it. Reposado.
Cassis, lime juice, ginger beer.
We can do this.
Ginger beer?
You ginger beer?
We do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, very good.
All right, we could do that. We could also do Jan's
Diablo.
wig.
Well, you're working on Jan's wig over there.
Ketchup, all right.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, the George
Romero. That's a good idea.
That's an excellent thing. George, of course, innovated many things. There are stories about when the Night of the Living Dead premiered that it just had children crying in the theaters. I don't think people realized at the time exactly what they were talking about, and it's withstood the test of time. It's a genuinely creepy movie even now, even
withstood the zest of
with all the more advanced effects and the much higher budgets that there are. He kept her in atmosphere, no question. So definitely, it's a classic George. So are you going to make Jan's wig?
I can make Jan's wig.
Oh, it's up to you. Here it is.
Did you get the oh, you did not get the Campari.
Oh, I'll get the Campari.
The Campari and vodka.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. All right. It's taking a different turn this evening.
Yeah. And this is the...
Oh, now, you know what we need?
Mm-hmm.
We need one of those pickled hibiscus flowers.
We need that for this?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's the garnish.
Now, those are in the fridge.
Are there any in this fridge, do you know?
I don't think so.
All right.
Do you need to go or shall I go?
You could go.
I could go. While you mix.
Together.
While you mix, I'll go. I'll be back,
right.
folks.
So, Jan's wig, like we were saying, those of you just joining us, Jan on the Brady Bunch decided she wanted to stand out and not fit in. So she went out and bought a brunette wig. So this drink is dedicated to Jan's wig, and we're calling it Jan's wig. All right, I got to catch up here. Glendanza cocktail. Oh my gosh. We might have to go live again before Halloween because we have so many suggestions here. Dawn says we also in the 6th grade class made a haunted house in our classroom. It was a class of all boys. We never did anything like that. Just saying. Our school was boring.
Didn't do fun things, did you?
Well, not that fun.
I found the hibiscus.
All right, Jan's wig. We are beginning with 1 ounce of dry vermouth. Got it right here.
Mm-hmm.
1 ounce dry vermouth. 1 ounce Campari.
There you go. You're already off to a good start with that. It's sounding like something else.
I already know I enjoy this one. 1 ounce Campari.
Mm-hmm.
1/2 ounce vodka.
Happen to be using Bootlegger, one of our locals. Excellent quality. If you ever thought to yourself, well, all vodka is the same, you need to try a few more vodkas. I'm not going to say that this is going to knock your socks off with flavor notes, although some of them do. But
1/2 ounce vodka.
very clean flavor, no spurious ingredients.
1/2 ounce fresh lime juice. I have lemon juice this evening.
This says 1/4 ounce fresh lime juice.
1/4 ounce, whatever it says.
Whatever it says. Just making sure you make it according to your own spec.
Fresh whatever juice.
Where's something juice?
Lemon or lime.
One
and
of those.
1/2 ounce black cherry juice. Do we agree that this is okay?
It's fine. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Yep.
I don't remember when I bought it.
If it's growing anything, I think it's distilling liquor.
All right. Now it looks like Jan's wig.
Now we're talking Jan's wig. Definitely.
Shake with ice.
Very dark. Mm-hmm.
Let me get some ice.
This is...
Hi, Carol.
Hi, Lori. So this is Bootlegger.
Oh, yeah.
This is made in Roscoe, New York. This is local to us, about an hour away from us, as a matter of fact. If you are within New York State or regionally, you may be able to find this on the shelf. And if you're not, find your local distillery.
And if you're going to be driving through New York, let us know, because we will hook you up with them, because they're great.
Yeah, they're very cool.
They have a tasting room. Amazing.
Yeah. And they will serve you up, at this point, vodka, gin, bourbon, rye, aged gin. They have like some barrel-aged gin, which is really fabulous.
They always have something
fun
really
stuff.
fun.
And they'll take you on a little tour of the facility to show you how they make all of this stuff.
Yeah, they're amazing. We love them.
Always big fun.
Strain into a cocktail glass.
Shake with ice and strain into a cocktail glass. That's a big cocktail glass, and it fills it.
Oh, I know.
That's a big 6 ounce glass. And then
garnish with, uh-oh.
What have you done? You never know what's going to happen around the lounge, after all.
All right. The picture got truncated for a moment, but I fixed it.
Good.
And then I'm going to garnish with a Hibiscus, a pickled hibiscus flower.
It's hibiscus flower and syrup.
I need a pick, though, so I can show this.
You need a pick to put it through that?
Yeah.
I thought we usually just kind of dropped it.
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
I need a pick.
What's your pick?
A clear pick, if you don't mind.
I'll try to find a clear pick. Something that looks like this.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's fine. Okay, so these are. I'll show the jar in a minute, but doesn't it look like Jan's wig? Brady Bunch fans. Okay.
Keith, we've missed you as well.
Oh,
Absolutely.
hello, Keith.
And thank you about the costumes.
Thank you.
June
So-
Bug is here. Hello.
Yes. Hello. So good to
Woohoo.
see you.
So fantastic.
So it's this is a pickled hibiscus flower. These come from
Where's the
the
jar?
jar.
Where's the jar?
Senses. I feel terrible.
Hmm.
It's a company.
Let's
You
see.
gotta.
Got my contacts in. I can tell
I
you.
can't read it.
Wildhibiscus.com.
Uh-huh.
We'll get you there. I have to see.
Hi, Tom.
This is the Wild Hibiscus Flower Company in Sydney, Australia.
Yes.
Any excuse for wild hibiscus.
Okay, so it's just wild hibiscus.
Wild Hibiscus Flower Company. It's Australian. Yes, and this is just hibiscus flowers, sugar, and water. That's
Yeah,
it.
no, I want to make sure you
That's all it is.
have all the deets.
Yeah, so you could actually
Does
find.
anyone say that anymore?
Oh, I don't know.
The deets.
In Italian.
It says back in my day.
Was the house that family turned into a haunted house.
Oh, that's
Friends
fun.
and neighbors, very schools, fun stuff.
And she does look like Jan's wig, right, Erica?
Seriously. All the proceeds went to
Oh,
charities.
Dano, hello. Well, good to see you, and thank you.
So nice to
These
see
were
all the
all our
ratings.
hairdresser's idea, and she happened to tune in, and she was like over the moon. So
I think we killed
mission accomplished.
her laughing, so clearly this is definitely
Mission
happening.
accomplished. Hi,
Yeah.
Bob. Good
Hey,
to see you.
Tom,
Yeah.
Tom and Bob, awesome.
I might have to go stick my mustache on again.
Yeah, you know, a little spirit gum does not go a long way, apparently. What to try?
Spirit Halloween. I can't say a lot for the spirit gum, but
Maybe it's spirit brain gum, not really spirit gum. You never know. After all, but that's Jan's wig. I haven't actually tried Jan's wig in over a year, so. we'll give it
oh
a
no,
try.
we created Jan's wig like 3 or 4 years ago. So
It's still good.
I love it because it's super bitter,
It really is. It has a
like Jan.
heavy hit of the from the Campari, which
Like Jan.
definitely reminds you of Jan. Oh, and Peter's
Oh,
favorite is
Fake Jan
Jan.
is my favorite. We have an autograph from Fake Jan. Well, you'll have to see it when you come over sometime,
Yeah.
Peter.
Since Jan didn't even know who real Jan was.
I
She
know.
doesn't know.
If you
So
haven't read the
confusing.
book,
The middle child.
what's that book called? Oh, I gotta find it. Hold
Let's
on.
find out.
I own it. I've read it. Hold
Well,
on.
I'll entertain the audience over here. Fake Jan, Jerry Reichel, as a matter of fact, who was actually a country singer. You've got, if you take a look at what is one of my favorite train wrecks, of course, the Brady Bunch Variety Hour. She has several solo bits, and she's totally pro. And apparently they had a lot of leeway in terms of like who they could invite on this show. And her heroine at the time, I believe, was Lynn Anderson. And she got Lynn Anderson to appear on the show. And it's like, that's astonishing.
Yeah.
It's just this massive
So
country
the book
star
is called
on this thing.
Love to Love You Brady's. And it's all about the Brady Bunch Variety Hour. And they go super in depth. They interview a lot of like the Croftettes. And yeah, if you are at all interested in the Brady Bunch Variety Hour, highly recommend Love to Love You Brady's.
It's a really astonishing show. The way that the Paul Lynde Halloween special is astonishing.
Yes.
And it's a Croft-related production, so there you go. That's all you need to know about that. Although the Brady Bunch Variety Hour never, as far as I know, featured Kiss. So, definitely. So I'm getting awfully low, so I need to think about what's going on.
Well, are you going to do an El Diablo?
I could do an El Diablo. It's actually, I didn't come here with more than one idea, so we'll have to figure out what's going on. El Diablo we could definitely do.
You didn't come with ideas.
I came with one idea. One. Here's the El Diablo. And we happen to have all these ingredients for certain. I tell you, I keep itching because this wig is just itching my face. Oh. Thank you.
You're hiding your beautiful flower.
Oh, I don't want to hide the flower. Please, reveal, reveal.
Man.
I'm looking at this on liquor.com to find the...
It's like the Brady
formula.
Bunch when the boys have to do the girls things and the girls do the boys things, and they all realize that it's not easy to be the other.
Well, it's just like when Greg thinks that he's a better driver. I gotta beat Marcia. I gotta beat Marcia.
I gotta beat Marcia. I gotta beat Marcia.
You psych yourself out, son. And that's what happened.
Have we ever... We have done a Brady Bunch episode, but we need to do another one because...
There are so many good themes.
The Brady Bunch could be endlessly mined.
So many good themes. Anyway, I'm looking at liquor.com here to find this recipe that we found for the El Diablo. And what do you know? Over on the right hand, here's an advertisement for the Christmas Spectacular with the Rockettes.
Not the Crocketts.
Rockettes. And boy, that's just around the corner. Good grief. Here we go. Well, let's actually make this happen. So the tequila, the cassis, got the juice back there. Ginger beer is where?
I think there's one out here.
Okay.
I'll go check.
You check that out. I'll entertain, and then I'll grab some ingredients, and away we go.
Entertain.
But definitely. Yeah. Keep on dancing. Absolutely. Hi, Michael. So glad to see you again. The second time in 2 months. Wow. That's a record. That's amazing. We, in fact, have a Barris. This is true. We bought them at Ohana, and we still have some. Amy, didn't Maureen McCormick attempt to country
Hi,
music?
Michael.
Yeah, I believe she did, and she had a CD called When You Get a Little Lonely.
Because I believe we own it.
I believe we own it. So, yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And it's straight ahead kind of country stuff from that period of time.
I read her memoir, by the way.
I've seen Maureen's
where she
memoir.
talks about being struck Christian. Apologies if you are offended by that. But yeah, but she talks about it. She's like, I was standing in a parking lot and a force hit me and I was on my knees and I was Christian.
I was struck down Christian.
Yep. So anyway.
And there we go. And Eric is also noting Maureen as a country
yes,
singer.
Yes, we
Definitely.
have that CD.
Bigger train wreck, Brady Bunch Friday or Star Wars Christmas?
Okay, the only time I've ever seen the Star Wars Christmas special, it was a horrible, horrible, horrible copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Copy of Dior. Tell you.
But I think the Star Wars Christmas special might actually have been slightly superior because everyone in it was still committed. Whereas the Brady Bunch Variety Hour, you can like weekly see it slipping away.
And they just realized how this thing was not going to have a life. So the determination sort of ekes away.
If you read Love to Love You Brady's,
ebbs.
Florence Henderson was just like, she was there the whole time. Like she would get angry at the people because they weren't doing the steps right and stuff. And they're like, none of them were dancers. Yeah. You know, they're like, they were trying, but anyway, you'll read it. And then Robert Reed, bless him, just, finally just started going to the bar across the street because he just couldn't take it. He was not a singer. He was not a dancer. And there he was.
Good old Bob Reed, singing and dancing.
Yeah.
So this is the kicker. So Peter's got one vote for Star Wars Christmas beating out Brady Bunch Variety Hour. One thing for sure about the Variety Hour is that it actually has a life past its original broadcast, whereas the Star Wars Christmas got disowned so quickly by George Lucas that it was like burn every available copy. And the simple fact is, George...
They didn't burn all of them.
The simple fact is, George, the cat is out of the bag and somebody had it and people have been able to see it. You can't destroy history. So that was it. So you've been able to see it for years. It was apparently one guy recorded it on beta back in the day. So therefore, copies got out. And it was exactly the train wreck that you thought it was when you saw it when you were 10 years old. It's astonishingly bad. And
wasn't B. Arthur in it? Its
all-star cast is like B. Arthur and who else am I thinking? Oh, the name is just out of my head. Some of the main cast looked high doing the show. I believe, yeah, that's kind of the case. I think they knew what they were into, and they knew that this was just Lucas making another buck, and they thought, good grief, what have we gotten into?
Wait, he was involved?
Oh, Lucas was absolutely involved in
Then
this.
why did he disown it?
Because I think he saw the finished product and realized, what have I done? And he was between movies.
How could you not have known what you were doing?
How could you not
I'm
have known?
sorry, George,
You know?
if you're watching, really.
I think this is like a year after the episode 4, as it is, was released. So he was just really cashing in wherever he could, and then he realized, I have a whole franchise to get going. So
Cashing in. Well, don't we all do that?
don't we? You know, I'm kind of thinking there. But who am I thinking of? Who was Art Carney is in this thing?
Art Carney. They got all these ancient Hollywood people.
The bartender, Mos Eisley. It's hilarious.
Oh my God! I gotta see it again.
I gotta see
again.
this again so I can see Maud serving up a skull splitter or something like that. You know, what do you have
Galactic
anyway?
Gargle Blaster.
God will get you for that, Walter.
Robert Reed.
You know?
Oh, Robert Reed was a really good actor.
Oh, he was.
That's kind of like, I think, why he had to go drown his sorrows during Brady Bunch Variety Hour, because this was so outside of his
big role
wheelhouse
in history
as a performer.
is Dad Brady, which he performs with aplomb. But some of the scripts coming from the Schwartzes.
No, I love him. You know, Robert Reed on Brady Bunch reminds me of my dad.
Yeah.
So,
He's real
you know,
pro.
he
sells it, he makes it work.
yeah.
That's a simple fact.
Yeah.
And there's also the fact that he had a whole career before then in series television. He was in a series called The Defenders in the 60s.
Yes.
I've never seen this. It's got a great theme. I think it was Eli Wallach was like the lead defender. Robert Reed is like the junior defender. And apparently the great thing about that series is like they didn't always win in court. So that was like, you know, very true to form.
Yeah,
you know, Perry Mason always wins his case, but the defender's not necessarily. So he had this whole thing going on, and then just like he's Dad Brady. He did some other things after that, and he's well identified with one role. But the Variety Hour was somebody's idea that was supposed to be something, and I don't know what. Neither does anybody else.
Yeah. Wait. Didn't Art Carney? Yes, Amy. Yes, Art Carney did play a drunk Santa.
Twilight Zone.
Oh, hi, Devin.
Hey, hello.
I'm like almost done reading Devin's book. So, Devin, you got to share a link to your book.
Throw that down again.
Super enjoying it.
We're still well within season.
Up.
Just a minute. I'm actually reading these comments first and commenting on them. The department store Santa, I believe, was an episode named titled "Night of the Meek," and that's from the period where the Twilight Zone had to save money and shot on videotape.
Just as Robert Reed did Broadway theater.
Oh yeah.
I need to put more spirit gum on my mustache.
Would you like to tack down your
I
hairs?
don't know. I gotta
think about it.
I can't tell if it's gonna hold.
Yeah, I'm just all itching my face over here. Just a minute. I've got.
Good.
And that is one of the few episodes that were shot on videotape to save a buck.
Oh,
it looks different. It looks kind of strange, but it's kind of cool. And it's a good episode.
I just see a comment about Harvey.
It's a good episode. Doug.
Hi, Doug. Harvey Korman.
Oh, is he in that too? Oh, good grief.
Oh.
CD soundtrack to the Star Wars Christmas episode.
Oh, Don says it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
I hope it's a better copy than we saw. Because the one we saw was horrible.
I recall that it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great.
Bad. Yeah.
It wasn't great. You know, it was several generations down because that's what you did. Videotape to videotape.
All right, YouTube.
We have the CD sound. We have the soundtrack to the Star Wars Christmas on cassette tape because Paul found that in a bargain bin somewhere cheap. I think multiple copies. As
Fulton Street, if I recall correctly.
Fulton is absolutely correct. I remember that store. Yeah. Devin's one for Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah. Brady Bunch Variety Hour. There are tons of them on YouTube, and I highly recommend it.
Well, here's the thing. Star Wars Christmas Special gets one take, one shot at it, and then George Lucas pulls the plug. You can't do this ever again. But Brady Bunch Variety Hour had several episodes, so they could just keep going with the terrible. And it was Croft every episode down the way. Family Guy Star Wars.
Oh, Family Guy Star Wars.
Vote for Paul in Halloween.
Paul in Halloween specials
is one very particular kind of train wreck. It's pretty astonishing.
So good.
Pretty astonishing. You've got Margaret Hamilton and Witchy Pooh. Good grief.
And Kiss.
Billy Hayes and Margaret. And Kiss.
And Roz Pinky Tuscadero Kelly.
And we keep referring to as Roz Pinky Tuscadero.
Everyone else gets named. It's like Kiss, Margaret Hamilton, Betty White, Roz Pinky Tuscadero Kelly, because you might not know who she is otherwise.
Oh, and Tom, actually, you watched Paul and Halloween special with Jennifer.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it It's just,
isn't
isn't it just? Isn't it just?
It's just something that you can't describe. It's an amazing kind of thing, and it's got this great version of Old Black Magic Disco by Florence Henderson again with the flow.
Magic.
I tell you.
We got to keep one that we missed.
No, we got that. We got Junebug.
Okay, all right. We'll cut it.
So we got it. Yeah, and Betty White, yes.
Betty White. Kevin, thank you.
Robert Riedenbeer from the park. Oh wow. Ah.
Yeah, replaced Redford. Yeah, I see. That's good casting, actually. I can see that.
Yeah, he works very well.
I can see that.
Yeah, he's got that demeanor that they could.
Roz was cool. I don't know why they had to call her Roz Pinky Tuscadero Kelly.
We know that at the time.
She has a name.
She had a signature role, but I think she was also doing a lot of theater. And maybe that just didn't kind of cut any mustard on television at the time. But, you know, all of these actors do a lot of theater because, you know, it's part of it.
Wait,
oh, now we're talking, you got to take this over from Doug. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, thank you, Kevin.
Thanks for the Red Room.
I'm going to let you do it.
Oh, and Amy's, there we go with the commercial.
Westonality. The chicken has a certain Westonality. Yeah, anyway.
I think the oil you fry it up in is what makes it happen.
You gotta...
You know what the best oil to fry in is, according to everybody and his brother and sister, is lard. So...
I thought it was peanut oil.
So,
I gotta glue my mustache on again.
Yeah, it is true that if you take a look at old videotape from like 50s, 60s, and you got good examples of 50s videotape out there, that the bright lights really just kind of pop it out, and everything just looks black. Candle flames turn black. It's really amazing.
I gotta glue my mustache.
Florence, don't say anything. Oh, still good. I need to make a thing here. You know, here I am talking and talking, but I need to actually get onto the El Diablo because we've been inspired and Amy has given us a good idea. Let me find a shaker. That's not that hard. But where's the metal parts? That might be hard. Perhaps I'll wait a second. Paul can help me out with that.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to glue my mustache on.
And cassis is over there. I happen to have two of the ingredients.
Halloween's no joke.
You're supposed to garnish with a lime wedge, which we don't have, but that's okay. We'll make do. I think we actually have some peels back here. I'll use one of those instead, and that will be fine.
Halloween's no joke.
It is no joke, I'm telling you. I can ice the shaker in the meantime.
I'm trying to glue my mustache back on.
Here. So, something to go on.
I think I can come back.
This starts with a shot of Reposado, which is a great way to start a drink, I think.
Halloween's no joke. Oh, Pink Lady! All right, when Paul and I were dating, I worked at an entertainment photo archive. And I happened to mention Pink Lady to him, and he worked at a record store, so he found me a Pink Lady record.
Pink Lady and Jeff.
Pink Lady and Jeff, yeah.
Yep. I'm going to grab this middle part here. 1.5 ounces of Reposado tequila.
Oh, Eric says, yes, with the old video. The light bled into things, and if the camera moved fast, the light had a trail effect, which as a kid I thought was cool. Oh!
Does anybody remember seeing the...
Oh, Amy says happy. Florence!
Oh, Flo. Thank you, Amy.
Aw.
You do help out indeed. Does anybody remember the 50s version of Peter Pan on video? When I was a kid, I saw this on color video. I believe it was the 1960 broadcast with Mary Martin. She had done it on Broadway, and I think RCA actually broadcast it a few times in the 50s, and then eventually recorded it on color videotape. And I remember seeing this as a kid. And then years later, early 90s, it was rebroadcast. And I take a look, I'm like, I remember all of these details. Like, Peter doesn't stick to a shadow, so he tries to stick it on with soap. It was just a specific thing. And the color looked very specific. It was old color. It looked a little strange.
Lewis, hello. Good to see you, and thank you.
Hello, Lewis. Oh, so great to see you show up, as always.
Oh, Devin says, speaking of Halloween, happy International Black Cat Day. Oh, well, you're a black cat.
Ball pet. Oh. Instead of toys.
I love that.
might have liked it just as well. You never know.
All right, so you're doing the El Diablo.
El Diablo.
Correct,
So I need to
Linda?
know what else is there. Correct.
Okay. So.
As Fonzie would say, correct?
Fonzie was,
Amundo.
I just watched the Jump the
Cassie's.
Shark episode of Happy Days again the other day. It was on, what is it, Pluto? The one that's free?
Pluto TV, yes.
And I put it on Happy Days, and it was the Jump the Shark episode.
Actual Jump the Shark episode. It was where Happy Days Jump the Shark. No, we still have Cassie's going.
And it was on a Zoom, so I was telling them, like, I'm actually watching the Jump the Shark episode of Happy Days. Okay, so that would be 1.5 ounces Reposado tequila.
Half ounce of Cassis.
All right.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
And?
I don't know. I have to see the formula again.
1/2 ounce fresh lime juice. You got lemon
Okay.
juice,
I love it.
but I'll say lime
It will
juice.
do the job just fine.
All right. Okay, and
This is a shake.
3 ounces ginger beer.
Okay.
So shake all that.
Strain New Collins, top of the ginger beer.
Yep. All right.
Shall we?
Yep.
There we go. So I need a Collins glass. Let's see if we got something over here. Or if
It's
we
over
can
there,
show.
right?
Let's find out. There is the Collins glass. That's the Collins glass.
All right. All right, we got it. Got it down.
I'm not finding the actual Collins, but I have a chimney. I'm sure this is fine.
All right, you gotta read all these. Tim, hi. Good to
hello.
see you. Oh yeah, people remember that Peter Pan. It just says we used to rent a VHS of Mary Martin's Peter Pan from the video store. Kate loved that when she was small. Aww. Hi, Jamie. Good to see you.
You have a strainer.
I know, right?
Dozens of these, but they're just not at hand. Thank you so much.
Jamie's a little confused. I don't wonder.
Wait, what?
I don't wonder.
Strain into your Collins glass, or in this case, chimney.
Look at me. The bad thing about Pink Lady was women. Yeah, I know they didn't really speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't speak English, and he wasn't funny, so whatever.
Top with ginger beer. Give it a bit of a stir. El
Oh,
Diablo.
okay. Devin says it's how, as a kid, it was at Blockbuster. Oh, Blockbuster.
So
I drove by the former Blockbuster today.
I would add a straw and a skeletal swizzle stick. Isn't that appropriate? El Diablo.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. I just remember it was occasionally on television, and it had been on TV in the very early 70s, which is, when I saw this as a young child, as a matter of fact. And it was this very old piece of videotape at the time. Well, that videotape is probably still kicking around out there. I'm sure there's a good DVD version of it.
Pink Lady. Oh, Lewis says Pink Lady, one of the greatest summer replacement shows. Yes.
Oh.
Back when they did that. Oh my God. I saw someone today. Long story. I'm not going to share it. But someone was referring to pilot season. I'm like, isn't that all the time now?
Yes, it is, isn't it? I should know. I mean, it's just that doesn't really end.
Yeah, no, isn't everything pilot season now? I thought that was kind of
It's all
strange.
constant. So, bust this over here.
I'm just making room.
Could you get rid of that?
I can.
Thank you. Much appreciated. And there was a Pink Lady in Japan, of course, had dozens of albums and singles, huge hits. This is why it made for a replacement, summer replacement hit. And of course, they pair them up with, who was the comedian? It was
Jeff someone.
Yes, Jeff somebody, you know, who actually had like a fair amount of activity on television at the time. So
no more Sweet Week. Exactly, Doug. Yeah. So when they said like, oh, well, pilot season, I'm like, what now? What are you talking about? Anyway.
Gonna vote here for Shields and Yarnell from Lisa.
Shields and Yarnell. Okay, I gotta look something up before I talk about Shields and Yarnell.
Yeah, let's check this out. That is much improved with the addition of the lemon peel. It was originally supposed to have a lime wedge thrown into it, which probably would give it a little more sour, which is nice. But just that little bit from the peel is very nice. It's good stuff.
Shields and Yarnell, I found it. I can't tell you how far down you have to go to look for Shields and Yarnell. But, okay.
Ran for about half a season or was simply a summer replacement, I believe.
That smells really good. Did you put a
Would you like
lemon twist in it?
I put a lemon twist into it.
Yeah, it does smell good.
Because it was supposed to have a lime wedge.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, you gotta just talk while
Please. I'm just looking at that whole like bit there about Shields and Yarnell. How like their major thing was doing robot. And I remember that distinctly.
Right.
They did that. They were doing mime and they did a lot of robotic action and marionette kind of action. And this was entertaining for a summer replacement show, but it didn't really last. I think they appeared on a lot of shows as kind of drop-ins. You know, in the 60s, they would have been on Sullivan all the time. In the 70s, well, they had their choice of variety shows to appear on. There were all sorts of that. Weren't you just talking the other day about shouldn't there be a variety show channel up there on cable? Because everything else
because
there should be something streaming
I
that
didn't
does variety shows.
That idea. Yeah. Okay, I found it.
So, because there were so many of these things starting in the dawn of television up until the late 70s that the variety show was a thing. It was very popular. There were huge numbers of people who appeared on everything. And some of these were just really great shows, like the Hollywood Palace, which was basically a big competition for Ed Sullivan. But in the 70s, you had Donnie and Marie.
If this was not a moment that stood out from my childhood, I would not be searching right now, but it is, so I am.
Mm-hmm. Take your time. We'll find out. But we all remember them very well. It's like there's a game show network, and it's highly entertaining to watch. Maybe even if you've seen the shows many times. The password is on the blank. But the variety show, it's a completely dead specimen by now. But they're well remembered. And you can find examples going back to the 1940s on Kinescope that were really fascinating.
I don't say this that often, but IMDb is letting me down.
I tell you. If I'm not mistaken, the original show, what am I thinking of? The original like Jackie Gleason show, it was like Chevy Showcase or something on the Dumont Network. It was a variety show.
Oh, they were married. Shields and Yarnell were married.
Oh, yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah,
strange. If you look on Wikipedia, there's like a whole post-divorce.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Didn't mean to.
Robert Shields and Lorraine Yarnell.
Didn't mean to open a whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Funny stuff. Interesting stuff. A little history there for you. But I believe that the original Jackie Gleason shows were variety shows, and the Honeymooners was a sketch on these shows. So you could see the really early things, which are frequently termed like the Lost Honeymooners. These are just segments on the Gleason show, or whatever they were calling it at the time. Cavalcade of Stars.
I did not think I was going to open a can of worms here, but I believe I have.
It seems to go on. Look at that. They're on Shindig. Good grief.
But none of this is on their IMDb.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't like rabbit holes because now I have to go down them. Oh, I'll see you later, Devin.
Thank you for joining us.
Late Show's last variety show. Aw.
Yeah.
Variety Show Network, right? That was not our idea, but it's a good idea.
Fun idea. IP for a variety show. This could
yes,
be trouble.
it would be a challenge.
This could be
Yeah,
trouble.
Doug, you are correct.
It was difficult enough to get a box set of...
Moonshines. Oh, Jeff Altman. Yes. Hi, David.
Thank
yes,
you, David.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you, David. Yeah. Just a moment. You distracted me there for a second. I kind of forgot what I was doing.
I distracted you.
Gotta figure out what that... Oh, the last Blockbuster is in Oregon. We were just reading something about that the other day. That there was such a thing as a Blockbuster still.
Yes.
Yeah. The IP releases. I was thinking about the video box set for WKRP in Cincinnati was finally released, and it was clearing all of those rock songs. That was the problem. And at the end of the day, the producers did not clear all the rock songs, so they didn't get all the parts.
Peter, the Jackie Gleason show. You are correct.
Yep.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Peter Pan with Mia Farrow. I haven't seen that.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Like you could do that, for sure.
Oh, Barbara Mandrell. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
the Mandrell
that.
sisters. Mm-hmm.
You know.
And Peter has the shorts. Oh, Rosenwald has the shorts at Honeymooners. Yeah, they were calling that like the lost episodes and that kind of thing because they weren't part of that season that was shot in 1956.
Oh my gosh.
For Dumont.
The Simpsons I remember the Simpsons from Tracy Ullman, Amy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where they started out. Absolutely. And does anyone remember the Tracy Ullman
Lisa.
show? Yeah,
we
fantastic.
love the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole's awesome.
It's fun.
I love the Tracy Ullman show. And Joe was saying, does anyone remember the Manhattan Transfer Summer Variety Show? I don't, but...
Guess we have something to look up tonight.
I have another rabbit hole to go down.
Big fun.
You know, I used to have a membership to the Museum of Television and Radio, and I feel like maybe I need to do that again.
Perhaps we need to renew and re-up and see what's what.
Mm-hmm.
Not everything is on YouTube. Everything else is on YouTube.
No, it's really not. Because there is some weird stuff out there that is not on YouTube.
Absolutely.
So
we both love the Museum of TV and Radio. We saw a lot of things.
No, what I was remembering, and I don't remember what show this was, but there was some TV show from the 70s, and it could have been Shields and Yarnell, it could have been Donnie and Marie, it could have been any number of things, but I just remember Polobolus, because I'd never heard of Polobolus, and whatever show, but I just remember they were like they all formed a big ball, and they like were this human ball rolling across the stage. I was like, that's what I think of when I think of Polobolus.
That could be a lot of shows. Yeah, really.
They all just like were grabbing onto each other and formed a ball and were rolling across the stage.
Very much like moment shots. I don't remember.
But I remember it was Polobolus because I remember the name and I'm like, what the hell is that? But
I don't remember Polobolus as a child. I remember Moment Shots distinctly because they appeared on a lot of shows. Band.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Amy's saying Bay City Rollers variety show, and David's saying Starland Vocal Band had a Paulin Halloween special. Yes.
Isn't that all anybody needs?
We watched it already this year, but we might watch it again.
Might need to watch it again. Well, actually, Lewis, if you enjoy the Paulin Halloween, and I know you do because it's the thing, then you also need to back that with the final season episode of Chip's Rock Devil Rock. Because that is equally bad as the Paulin Variety.
Eric's saying, I wish they would clear the music so we can have the complete set of the show Wise Guy. You know, I wish they would do that for WKRP.
Yeah. Well, I was just talking about KRP. There's a box set.
Yeah.
Most of it got out. They got most of the rights, so they didn't get certain things.
I know.
And there are people out there who just have these things from broadcast, from videotape, and they just trade these things, and the quality's terrible, but it's got all the music. I think you could probably grab this thing, import it into your computer, and then just dub over the songs if you really need to. You know? That's possible these days. You've got potential. You know, rights is a real pain in the neck. We run into that all the time. That's why we don't play music during these things. Although we frequently have a playlist that you can access. Absolutely.
I haven't done that for a minute, though. Maybe I should again.
Yeah, perhaps I should. So many good things.
So many good things to do.
So many good things. And Don's noting, 70 show avoided song clearances. Yeah, well, smart.
Oh.
They would have been really in trouble at that time.
Moonshots. And Northern Exposure. I remember Northern Exposure.
Hilarious. So Jeff Altman does a great Johnny Carson. Well, we'll look that up.
Okay.
Perhaps I'm underrating Jeff. On Pink Lady, he had terrible dialogue. But so did Pink Lady. They gave them absolutely nothing to do, and they were speaking a foreign language. This is crazy. It's just like, how the hell is this supposed to work? Yeah, well, some people remember this fondly. Maybe it's because they were very young, and there were these two very attractive Japanese ladies on television, and the young men were going, wow, you know? Yeah, sure. So I remember there was also, wasn't there a Peter Pan?
Rockets in flight, afternoon delight. Anyway.
Yeah, one huge hit single. I think it was a #1 hit single. Got them a summer variety replacement show. That's incredible. That could do. And
that's incredible. That's a different show.
Different
that's
show.
Incredible.
Sorry, completely different.
Christy! Columbus was founded at Dartmouth. No way.
Kudos to you. Who knew?
Oh, Catherine Tate. I love Catherine Tate, Doug.
Oh, wow.
Started watching Catherine Tate show. Yeah, no, I stand for Catherine Tate.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, wow.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so we're hearing about a lot of video that we have to check out.
No, I'm all about Catherine Tate.
A lot of video we have to check out.
Stand for Catherine Tate.
For sure. And Bay City Rollers variety, we got to check that out.
Yeah.
I think they were probably slightly out of their element at the time, but they had a couple of huge hits. So somebody thought it was a good idea. Give them a variety show. And weren't we discussing on previous broadcasts bands from Scotland? There we go. The Rollers. Absolutely.
I believe we had some Scotch ale last night.
I found some Scotch ale recently. McEwen's. Hadn't had that in years. And I said, I want to try that again. It's very high gravity and a heavy brew. It's actually very good for those.
Eric says, you can blame Fred Silverman for the Pink Lady wreck. He had no idea what he was for when he joined NBC.
Guess what, Fred?
I would so much rather hear about a train wreck TV show than a successful TV show. Successful TV show, blah, blah, blah. It's so boring, but a train wreck.
You succeeded?
I'm here for it.
You succeeded, so what? What are the stories going to be? Well, this is one award after another. Big deal.
SATURDAY.
Night. Yes.
Speaking of doing care, Pee-wee, hold on.
Oh, he's going to tape the floor off and pretend not to hear us.
Errol's company's gone from offices to cubicles. What? Oh, yeah, tape it off like Les. I want to see video of that.
You know, Paul's office
and pretend not to hear when the boss knocks.
Paul's office has largely gone. They moved, so they've largely gone.
Yes, Amy, we have opened it.
They've actually gone from cubes with high walls to cubes with low walls and an open floor plan. I'm not entirely sure that he likes that idea. Of course, he's still working from home, so. We did not actually open that Scotch ale.
We didn't? I thought we had.
Oh, no.
We had. Didn't we have Scotch ale? You gave me Scotch ale last time.
That was not the same Scotch ale. This is she's talking about the Scotch ale that's the Psycho Candy.
Jesus and Mary Chain?
Jesus and Mary Chain Scotch ale.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we had that last night.
They are Scottish. And I think
it was a different Scotch ale, apparently.
I think we need to make a big deal about that. Yeah.
Well, bring it on.
Yeah. Sounds good. Because it looks like a really good brew. But I like to take a great brew like that, particularly with high gravity, and just let it sit for a while.
Bring it.
It'll age well.
I'm almost done.
Yeah, well. And...
Hello, Karen. Good to see you.
Oh, it's another Sid and Marty thing.
Oh, jeez.
Which featured Billy Hayes again.
Of course.
And Hoodoo. Oh, geez. So they got Charles in on that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Happy pre-Halloween to you, too. We are almost there. Good grief. It just seems like yesterday, it was October 1st, and ping, things move around. We've been busy this month. We've been on film sets.
Yeah, we have.
Within the past week, we were both on a film set up in Newburgh, New York, as a matter of fact. Hollywood on the Hudson is real. It's happening, and this was a very good set, as I recall.
We got to get that Scotch ale out. Paul,
there we go. That will take me. Yeah.
We watch that religiously every year. And we watched it and this year, and our DVD player was on the fritz. So we're going to watch it again tonight.
We'll take a look.
Rock Devil Rock.
Rock Devil Rock is...
It's not Halloween without Rock Devil Rock.
It's an astonishing thing. And if you watch the thing, Essentially, the producers wrote one song for Moloch, and he repeats it 5 times.
Moloch must die.
It's this whole, like, takeoff of Kiss and the shock rock bands.
Sheridan sing. What were they drinking when they were writing those classic 70s kids shows?
Well, some people don't think that they were necessarily drinking.
So much as smoking?
They might have been doing something else. After all, the show's name was Puffin' Stuff.
Make a series of cocktails around that.
Yeah.
I think they would have to invite, like, Pixie Sticks or something to that party. Yeah.
I don't know who you two Pixies are, but I sure love your Pixie drink.
Yeah, I think that would be a big Pixie Stick.
Yeah. Lewis, you need to see
Krusty.
This entire episode.
Got 3 scary cats. All right.
Oh. And obviously, if you have actually seen Rock Devil Rock, then you have to see the punk rock episode of Chips from the prior season.
Oh, yeah.
Which is just like, what the hell were they thinking?
Holy Coke.
It's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, I think there may have been some central nervous system stimulants to this whole process.
Oh, yeah.
Snow
Pink. Wasn't that the punk
Snow
rock?
Pink. Yes, she's in the punk rock episode from It Is Enough.
Yeah, Susan Richardson.
Susan Richardson actually appears as Snow Pink.
Oh, Eric is saying, I think the only good thing out of Bay City Rollers is Phil Thornton, who would go to work with Sinead O'Connor. A lot of good records he himself released as well.
And,
popularizing plaid.
Making plaid safe for consumption. Hilarious. Hot stuff. We were just watching that SNL sketch with the Frank Sinatra. What was it called? The Sinatra group? Where like his guests are like Billy Idol and Sinead O'Connor. Yeah. And he's being really obnoxious, like, hey, skinhead over there, Hilarious. Phil Hartman.
She was so funny.
If you appreciate or don't appreciate Sinead, definitely take a look. It's a good thing.
That's the one with Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not the one with Stevie Wonder.
No, it's not? No. Oh, okay.
Different sketch.
Oh, no, the Frank Sinatra.
Sinatra and Stevie Wonder is a different sketch.
The one with, you're talking about the one with...
It's like the Sinatra show.
Sinatra show, but it has Steve Lawrence and Eddie Gourmet, right? Yes, yeah, okay.
Sinatra group. It's a takeoff.
Sinatra group, yeah.
Takeoff the McLaughlin group.
Yes, Sinatra group.
Look that up.
Yep.
So, funny stuff.
Yep.
Very funny stuff.
That's very funny.
But yes.
But the global warming Christmas special is really funny, too.
Bloody hilarious.
It was supposed to be a punk rock episode, Sheridan, but it was like, the band is Snow Pink.
Yeah, but there is a punk rock band, and who is the lead guy who has a really bad attitude? I mean, he's pretty homicidal. Let's
find out.
William, I forget. He's been in a ton of stuff.
No, he has been.
He has. He's been in like a lot of great stuff from the Coen Brothers. I can't remember his name, but that's what IMDb is for. I don't need to remember.
I'm looking it up.
It's a crazy ass episode, much like Rock Devil Rock. Anytime Chips decided to tackle rock and roll, dumb things happened. But definitely. But Lewis, you've got to see this whole episode. You're going to fall over. Like, what the hell is happening? Yeah, back to back that with Paul Lynde, and man, you're there. Brat Patrol. Return of the Brat Patrol. Good grief. Which season is this? This is second.
You know what?
Season.
I'm gonna search on Susan Richardson.
This is second to last season. So, because it still has John. Well, this is true. You'll find her in a second.
Yeah, no, this will be a lot faster.
This is why we can find these things, because we know these things.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Yeah, she
her
got
last
sick of
credit
television.
is 1990.
Got sick of television, apparently.
Chips, Snow Pink. Battle of the Bands, that's it.
Bands.
The episode's called Battle of the Bands.
Violent troublemakers in a punk band break into a van belonging to the new wave band Snow Pink. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's a new wave band.
Yes. They're new wave.
No, but it still has.
Yeah, but the band that's troublemakers are actual punk band.
No, yeah. I know, but I'm sorry, I can't say that out loud on video.
Oh my, yeah, we can't do that.
All right, no, I can't do that. But
scroll up. Here we go. William Forsythe plays Thrasher.
Why do we know him?
We know him because he's done a ton of stuff. He was in a bunch of Coen Brothers stuff.
Okay.
He's in Raising Arizona. matter of fact.
Okay.
He's in Dick Tracy. He's in one of the later Halloween pictures. He's in something that's in production right now. Man is working like crazy. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, to have his career.
To have his career. Doing just fine.
Yeah, but it's called Battle of the Bands. So if you're looking for another Chips episode to watch beyond Rock Devil Rock,
that would be the one.
Recommend Battle of the Bands.
And then in the final season, there's the one with the magician, and played by Rich Little. And then there's the one with the aliens landing, which is just good grief. You know?
Eric's saying, I wonder how Lynn got away with things he came up with when he was on Hollywood Squares. Yeah. Because people just, I don't know. I think they just, I don't know if they didn't notice or weren't willing to face it. I don't know. Oh. Hold on, catching up.
Yes, and don't skip with BOC.
Use a little more cowbell.
Boys, I like the sound.
Amy, I have not seen the Quincy punk rock episode, but I guess I have my weekend viewing sorted out.
You used to watch Quincy religiously. I'm surprised didn't see it at the time.
Quincy.
Oh, and Paul Lynde on Hollywood Squares.
Oh.
Apparently, all of his like little zingers were scripted. So his writers came up with everything, and he delivered. He just made it sound like he was doing something off the cuff. Well, maybe it's because she stuffed her bra.
You're saying, speaking of the Pixies, the band did the best version of In Heaven. Oh,
yeah.
They're one brothers. Brothers are awesome.
Had a chance to see the Pixies around 1993. Didn't do it. That probably would have been a good time to see them. But they keep going on the reunion tour. So.
Oh, Krusty, thank you. I love... And Lewis says, and let's not forget when John and Bunch pulled over HR Pop and stuff. I remember that.
Oh my! Was I going too fast?
Also, we own the entire series of Chips. But yes.
Yeah. We do all these things. So we can watch that tonight. Absolutely.
But now I gotta see Quincy.
Now I gotta see
See, now, like Amy threw down, I gotta see Quincy.
Gotta check out the Quincy punk rock episode.
Yes! Okay, Eric and Amy, you're just like mind melding here.
Yeah. The original CSI.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
There he is with Sam actually discovering who the perps were. It's like, I don't think this is kosher, Sam. Yeah, Quince, I think that this thing was, the saw marks don't match. You know? That kind of thing. It's true.
I never watched Quincy, so...
I remember that intro very specifically because he's teaching the young rookies there about forensic science and they're all passing out.
He lived on a boat?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Because remember, Harry O lived on a boat, too.
Yes. It's kind of like Harry O, except that he's a forensic medical doctor.
Okay, all right.
Hilarious.
Harry O lived on a boat.
Quincy was very...
Quincy kicks ass, Krusty says. All right.
Yeah, he was very...
Okay.
He was very activist. If there was some social injustice, Quincy would be like, you are not doing this correctly, and people are getting harmed.
Oh,
yep.
Well...
He was kind of great for that.
I love Jack Klugman. Is it Jack Klugman?
Jack Klugman.
I love Jack Klugman.
Absolutely.
I love him whether or not it was him, but I thought it was Jack Klugman. And it was Jack Klugman.
We love The Odd Couple to death.
Well, I love that he was married to Brett Summers, too.
And, he was married to Brett. And the fact is he had a follow-up series, and that series ran for years. It was good. It worked very well.
Quincy, Amy says Quincy is practically in tears in the episode. Why do these kids have songs about hate? Oh!
Well, Quincy is the kind of guy who served in Korea and listened to Ray Anthony. So he's like, what's with these young kids?
Eric says, my niece loves Chips. I love Chips, too.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam was great. He was just like so confident. I love
his assistant, Sam. All right.
Yeah.
Hi, Fabs. I'm glad you showed up. Good to see you.
Yes, exactly. He's actually very intently like running his hand over the leg of his lady there on the boat.
All right, so I clearly need to see Quincy.
Anyway, I'll take over. You need to mix something.
Wow, he just pushed me out, didn't he?
Well, I control this computer, so you got to check out who's happening here. Yeah.
I'm going to do like he normally does. I'm like, oh, no, I will not be pushed away.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Why do these kids
All right, well, you know what? Peter mentioned Frankenberry, and I know Peter's still here, so.
Let's find some Frankenberry drinks, shall we? Definitely. Pixies are a lot of fun. I actually cut my teeth listening to a lot of them. I had a friend in college who was a big fan, so I remember actually listening to certain materials at the time. but definitely
Frankenberry.
Frankenberry, and we actually have some Frankenberry cereal to apply as a garnish, perhaps. That could be.
You know, I thought about doing that with the blueberry, but I also thought it would be messy and disgusting.
Which it might still be with Frankenberry. So we bear that in mind. So Sam, the actor plays, was in Buckaroo. Oh, what character is he in Buckaroo?
Let's do my hat.
Oh, sorry. Mm-hmm. Yes. That hat is no joke.
Am I still legit?
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
you're good. Oh, at least I had a crush on Sam. Oh. Yeah, well,
Oh, okay.
He's a very attractive actor there, you know. So it's like watching episodes of 5-0, you know. It's like, Dano, you know, that kind of thing. For sure. And 5-0 does a little forensic science from time to time, too. Shows the horizontal, the vertical. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes. Sam, not damn. Absolutely.
That's all right. We knew what you meant.
It's a thing. So let's actually get some dictation here from you. And what are we interested in putting in this over?
Let me take this over
Shall
for a
you?
moment.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We'll call it the Frankenberry. Do you want me to make two?
Well, I'm out.
I can tell from those outrageous cartoon noises that you're out of drink.
Well, Kelly always makes outrageous cartoon noises. So.
All right, pardon me. I'm just going to grab the sour cherry cordial
because we need.
As one does.
As one does indeed.
As one does. I am thinking for the Frankenberry. I'm going to make two.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just write it down for one.
Sure. So,
all right.
Room here.
Let's start with some vodka.
Vodka's the way to go.
Which is over here.
Of course. Of course. You want 1.5 ounces or 2?
Let's do 1 ounce.
1 ounce vodka.
I'm pouring out 2 because I'm making 2 drinks.
Right. So if this looks like more than 1 ounce, it is, folks.
It is. But 1 ounce vodka.
Your eyes don't deceive you. We do control the horizontal. We do control the vertical.
And
another classic series, of course. You can get the entire thing on DVD or streaming, etc. by now.
Wow, we're really hitting the acai this Halloween.
Well, found it in there recently. Decided we needed to hit it. And it's fun. Acai liquor by Cedillo.
Let's do a 1/2 ounce acai per. And let's do 1/2 ounce of sour cherry per. I'm trying to keep it really simple, so.
1/2 ounce of the sour cherry?
Yes.
It's sounding like Frankenberry so far.
And then the lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're not going to have enough lemon.
What are we going to do?
Gonna squeeze more.
We got some bottles.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. I'll get it.
So 1/2 ounce of that?
I got it. Now, we're going to do 1 ounce per.
1 ounce. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, now we're going to do a lot.
Okay. A lot of lemon. Well, we have a lot of the liqueur in there. So just getting this in there, folks. Save that.
Hold on. I'm coming.
It's your hand, Buckaroo. Oh, fun. Haven't seen that in a while. And I think we had that on VHS at one point, but we don't necessarily have that now. But worth looking at again. Some really crazy stuff in there, of course.
What is?
Robert Ito played Sam. He started as a ballet dancer and is now 90. Still kicking around. Oh, amazing. We just heard about some people around that age who just died. Mort Saul, the comedian, I think he was 97, actually.
96,
well,
I thought.
96? Okay. That's a pretty good run. So, but, well remembered from the early 60s. Not much after that. So. And it's a good comment Sam was a great non-stereotypical role for an Asian actor. At the time, you still saw these things in the 70s that were a little off color and would just not fly at all today. It was a really good role. He was just playing a doctor. He did it well.
All right. 1.5 ounces of fresh lemon juice per drink. Okay. No, sorry. 3/4 of an ounce per drink.
3/4 ounce per drink. Let's actually get there.
Not 1.5 ounces per.
Tart! Okay, 3/4 of an ounce. That's very reasonable for this type of drink.
All right. Shake with ice.
Okay. Shake, strain, and what kind of glass?
What do we have?
We've got cocktail glasses, tall glasses.
We're gonna fill with wine, so.
We're full of wine. That's something a wine glass.
But we don't have wine glasses.
Then that sounds like an old-fashioned glass. Let's find some old-fashioned.
No, I think a stem glass. Because I'm not going to add ice, so.
Well, then you'll need one of these.
2 of those. I made 2.
Yes. And let's make sure we have 2 of these. I'm trying to find 2 that match.
They don't have to match.
Well,
I'll count.
They should be close anyway. Here we go. And those will withstand some fill with wine.
They kind of match. That one in my strainer.
Did you drop it right over there?
I didn't drop it, but.
Have to find another strainer. Can't be that hard.
Not around here.
No.
Strain.
That'll work.
Into a cocktail glass.
Mm-hmm. Top with white wine.
Actually, I'm top with red wine.
The question from Eric, since we're talking classic TV.
Okay.
And headed to Halloween in no time. Good grief, it's like 4 days away. The geek in me would like to know, what do you thought was the scariest TV logo played at the end of shows?
Huh.
You know, I remember you would see a lot of shows in the 70s that were from 20 years prior. And there was that CBS logo, which started out with like the circle and then went to the football and kind of opened up.
Hold on, I'm going to top with...
And I remember being kind of freaked out by that at the time. It looked like this strange flower petal.
Top with a splash of dry red wine.
Dry red. Okay. Just a moment.
I'm staying on topic here.
There we go.
See what we think of Frankenberry.
True, it just has to be dry red wine because of Frankenberry. Just a moment, please. There we go. Okay. I think that's an entirely competent Frankenberry.
That is really good.
That's like...
If I do say so.
Peter, you're going to like this. Because we will see you before long and you can try this. But definitely. So this is right here. Scariest TV logo.
TV logo?
End of shows.
Wow.
You know, it's interesting. I'm thinking about the CBS logo, which actually sort of opened up like that. And you can see that at the end of the Twilight Zone episodes, because it was a CBS show.
Oh, Christy says Old Yeller.
Oh, what is that in response to?
Okay, I've lost.
Okay. Yeah, Buckaroo. Buckaroo's a fun one. Lemon Crisis.
Lemon Crisis.
I think they're opening up for Neutral Nation next week in Boston. Just saying. Yeah, Old Yeller. And over here, since we got that, and Rob did an episode of The X-Files.
Oh, okay.
Have we been to High Roller in Solvang? No, not yet. I think that's a more recent bar, and we didn't have an opportunity to get there. But we were overdue for a California trip.
I've only been to Solvang once, and it was in the 80s. So, yeah, I'm due for a return trip.
Yeah. When you talk interesting career list on Wiki, when you take a look at IMDb at certain actors, the list goes on and on. Like, you did all that? It's like these people just worked constantly.
Yeah.
Well, it's a job. You see a fantastic list of things. Character actors have
Those are the best careers.
Hundreds of things.
People you've never heard of who've got like 200 credits. It's like
it's crazy.
It's the best career ever.
Crazy like long things. So 2 different episodes. Nisi. Oh, interesting. Oh, beginning of Dark Shadows. Karen is noting. That was a pretty creepy beginning, as I recall. And
Screen Gems. Yeah, I see what you mean, Eric. I kind of agree about Screen Gems.
Original PBS.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Dark Shadows, as I recall, also started out as a daytime serial, that is a soap opera. I think it was on 5 days a week. So there were large numbers of them out
Which
there.
One?
Dark Shadows. In 1966, it started out in black and white. So and the producers actually maintained the series. So they've got this vault of videotape. They have all of the hundreds of episodes on videotape of this show. And it was a daytime serial about vampires and creeps and vampire hunters. Yeah, that was pretty creepy.
I mean, I knew that about the vampires, but I didn't know it was a daily serial.
Yeah, it was, and scored a hit in the top 40 in 1969 with the theme from the show.
Other way.
Yeah, we'll get there. Don't worry.
Now I'm worried.
Got this.
I'm worried. Go.
I've totally got this.
Go.
Kelly would worry about this. You wouldn't worry about this. Jeez, I'm not worried.
I would worry.
Yeah. Let's see.
I saw a mention of Glendora.
Ultraman series. Oh, have to see that again. They make tiki drinks with wine.
Glendora loves to make tiki drinks with wine. Yes.
Shouldn't they?
Yes.
Oh, Screen Gems was Modular Moog. Well, now we're getting back to the whole analog synthesis
I do remember
discussion.
Screen Gems.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. I do remember that.
Lights up in black and white. Yeah. It's it had a very particular kind of a twee English sounding theme, which was kind of fun. Which again hit the top 40 in 1969. There was an album that was available at the time and had the 2 principals on it, which is kind of great.
Oh, Karen's saying it was a crazy, iconic thing. Everyone went home from school and worked to watch it. Oh my gosh!
It was kind of like I
don't remember that at all.
Not necessarily X-Files, but like Twin Peaks at the time.
Oh.
I think it was a hit. It was a hit show, a lot like Twin Peaks. It's not a lot like Twin Peaks thematically, but the fact that people were compelled and people were having watching parties to see it.
Yeah.
So that's what reminds me of that at the time. Yeah, fascinating. I remember hearing about it. I couldn't watch it. I don't think my mother would have let me watch that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Creepy. And no apologies for Electronic Music Geek. We love all of these little genres.
Oh, yeah.
We love electronic instruments. We theremin.
He's built a theremin.
I have. It works. It works just fine, as a matter of fact. It doesn't sound as nice as I'd like it, but hey, it was inexpensive.
Maybe you'll build another one.
On this Martino. I'd love to build a theremin with vacuum tubes because that is really the sound, and it's not that hard.
Barnabas Collins.
Barnabas, absolutely.
Yes.
And what else is there in electronic? There's a really early electronic instrument from the 1890s, and I kind of forget what that was called at the time. It's crazy. It does not exist anymore.
Cheerios. Wait, hold on. Chrissy singing. That show is Cheerios. They suck. I can't play a note. Aww.
Listen, not everybody needs to be an instrumentalist.
Lisa says, my mom, who's 86, liked listening to Dark Shadows. Oh, I love that.
If you appreciate the music and you listen to it, everybody needs an audience.
Please.
And you have a unique talent that you give the world. That's what it is.
Good jet lag.
Oh.
Oh.
I know. But we're all talking about electronic instruments. I mean, they're fascinating. I remember as a child hearing, I'd be on the school bus and there was a really huge hit with a song called Popcorn. And this just has this unique, weird sound. It was played on a Moog. And this was...
I don't remember that at all.
There was the actual named group was Hot Butter. But at the end of the day, that was Gershon Kingsley was playing that. Gershon Kingsley and John Perret actually did a ton of stuff at the time.
No, I've heard of them.
It was a Gershon Kingsley thing.
I don't recall this song at all.
Yeah, it was the same. There was popcorn, which had this like ping, 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 ping sound going on.
Okay.
And then there was the funk jazz version of the theme to 2001. Distinctly remember hearing that. It was a huge hit at the time.
Wow.
It was very cool.
Maybe if I hear it, I'll think like, oh, I know that. But
we should just pop it on. You'll play it. Oh yeah, I know that song. Why not? Oh, well, thank you, Krusty.
Oh, Krusty.
We love you too.
Thank you.
We're here for entertainment purposes, and I hope we're doing it well tonight, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to remove that thing, and I'm going to have to remove this thing. And
although the mustache kind of wants to come off by itself.
Yeah,
so
it really kind of does.
That's the good news.
The dress does not, and it is really astonishing how this feels tight in the top, because that doesn't make a lot of sense. So...
Just saying.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, Chris. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. We won't call you Krusty anymore.
We don't have to call you Krusty. You're not Krusty the Clown, so.
Definitely.
You're not a clown. Yeah.
Wait,
what do we have here? Let's back up just a second. The film version of Twin Peaks. Okay. Or of, not Twin Peaks. You're talking about Dark Shadows. Yeah, I never saw that either. That was a thing. You had to do a film of a popular TV show. And I don't know how that works. Maybe it's good.
Although, you know what else he did the music for?
Who?
Angelo
Badalamenti.
You know what other movie he did the music for?
He's actually, if you take a look at the credits closely, Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation. That's what I was going to say.
He does like the scoring to that. There's all these like rock songs in it, but then there's Angelo. He did that. He worked. He really worked. And yeah, the Twin Peaks soundtrack.
And we were talking about that on Sunday, so just saying.
I remember just being compelled by that at the time, and I did think the soundtrack was very atmospheric and compelling, and I really wanted to find it at the time on LP.
Twin Peaks or Christmas Vacation.
And I couldn't actually. Nobody had this.
Not answering that one.
This was not available. Christmas Vacation was not available on soundtrack at the time. I think it is by now. Yeah, but yeah, Christmas Vacation is by now. But Twin Peaks was available on CD, and I couldn't find it on LP. And then I found one store had it, like a German import. I ended up working at that store. Yeah, fun stuff. Bring it out. Yeah, Outer Limits. Another vote for that.
Oh,
absolutely, Fabs.
Oh, Tangerine Dream. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they have a huge body of work.
Yep.
That's really compelling.
Oh, Raymond Scott. We saw the Raymond Scott, was it Orchestra?
There is the orchestra.
We saw Raymond Scott Orchestra free in Central Park.
Did we see them?
Yes.
Okay.
We did.
Okay.
We did.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a fun...
I know exactly who you mean.
It's a fun concept because an interesting thing about Raymond Scott is that he composed... He is like a 1930s and 40s composer who worked a lot with very far-reaching ideas. Did create like a mechanical synthesizer that made interesting noises. Had these whole series of records for babies, which was like what was
he
that
did
called?
Like the Soothing Sounds for Baby.
Soothing Sounds for Baby,
right?
volume 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating, kind of stuff. But apparently, when he had his quintet back in the 30s. He didn't give them sheet music. He actually dictated music like note by note so that they would learn this that way.
Crazy.
And they did. And you listen to this, just very complicated music. It's just really crazy. A lot of fun. And the glass music is, in fact, I believe, the glass harmonica. Thank you, Eric.
Okay.
Yeah. There is a lot of music for glass harmonica. There was actually something that's composed by Mozart for harmonica. I believe it was kind of innovated by... Mr. Franklin, that is Founding Father Ben, so that guy.
Huh.
And then there was a Julie Cruz album. That was a very, very Twin Peaks kind of thing at the time. Yes, true. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Tangerine Dream did a bunch of soundtracks. I remember there was one to a film called The Sorcerer, which is a remake of a film from the 50s. And now I can't remember the film from the 50s. I got to think about that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's about it's all about a truck delivering a load of nitroglycerin to a mining site. and you're traveling over terrible roads in Brazil to get there, and it's just hair-raising. It's absolutely hair-raising. Oh, and it's like the familiar thing. It was The Keep, horror movie in a castle with Nazis. Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Firestarter with Tangerine Dream. Shrek.
Okay.
Here we go. A whole discussion of Kraftwerk. They came up again the other day.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the second time that's come up.
Yep. Big fun. Big discussion of all sorts of fun synthesis stuff.
There you go.
Yep.
Aw.
That's it. Well, a lot of fun with electronic instruments. And you can start talking something like Ondes Martineau. That's a very specific thing. It's a lot of fun. You can start talking about composers from the 20th century. Like, who am I thinking of who actually influenced Mr. Zappa? It's kind of,
I'm going to let you answer that one. I don't know.
I'll think about that for a second. Yeah. Wages of Fear, thank you.
Varese.
Yep.
Edgar Varese.
Bingo. And that was William Friedkin doing The Sorcerer. Absolutely. I remember a friend asking me to try to find that on CD. It was not issued at the time. But I remember finding a cassette tape, and I thought, well, you could probably make that into a CD properly. Yeah, true. Oh, whole lively discussion going on about these things. I am thinking about...
I really don't. I remember all these names, but I don't know.
I want to come up with this before we have to leave you. Because, after all, we're here to talk about contemporary ideas and fun things. Some great drinks we've had over here. I'm drinking the Frankenberry, which is very berry.
I'm also drinking the Frankenberry.
Very berry colored. Absolutely. Agave is what I'm thinking of.
Didn't I say Varese?
Did you say Varese?
I did say Varese.
I'm sorry.
Rewind and you'll hear me say Varese.
We'll take a listen to that. He's the man. He actually had a lot of fun ideas. Really crazy. Fairly strident sounding music, but a lot of fun. One of my favorite 20th century guys. Well, we've actually enjoyed your company for a couple hours now.
I know.
Yep.
It's probably time to hit zero.
Possibly time to kind of kick that sort of thing. And Julie's right, so many rabbit holes. Mm-hmm.
So many.
And if another vote for Frank Zappa? Well.
Oh, look, it closed up right on your cleavage. But
oh, lovely.
Pulled it back.
Just like that.
Oh, man. The Monster Mash drink. Oh, hi, Satellite. Oh, my gosh.
So good to see you.
Just tuned in to see the switcheroo.
Yep.
Oh, okay, Lisa, we got to come up with it.
Well, I think we'll get to work.
Chris loves Zappa.
Get down to business,
right?
and we'll find that stuff. Hey, Frank had a lot of fun stuff.
All right, we might have to do this again before Halloween. I'm just saying.
We might just hit it. Who knows?
We might just have to go live again before Halloween.
Halloween this year is on Sunday.
We'll let you know.
We might be live out there in the Tiki Room, distributing candy to the kiddies who come around. Yep. I know they will. Yep. And if they come around, we got some.
I love the Monster Mash idea,
got some great stuff for them.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, but you didn't miss us.
It's a good idea.
I'm trying to think of... Frank Zappa, of course, had a yearly concert at the Palladium in New York for ages. Definitely. The Halloween show. Wasn't that fantastic? Anybody ever see Frank back in the day? I saw him once. Well, we've had some fantastic drink ideas and some excellent discussion of music and etc. and movies, of course.
We might be inspired to go live again before Halloween. Or on Halloween.
Could happen. Could happen. So fantastic to see you all. We will see you again before long. And, any ideas, throw them our way. And as always,
we will see you soon.